Hello, my friends. Jacob is here one more time, and so are all of you. I'm so happy. I hope you buckled up. You better be buckled up, especially if this TRIDENT volcano is gonna blow. Holy macaroni.
Red alert, red alert, red alert. There's the volcano warnings. Volcano warnings.
Oh, I got a couple of you sent me some emails that were obviously troubling because there's a swarm of these earthquakes that have been going on at a depth and then slowly climbing higher and higher and higher at this volcano that's known as the TRIDENT. Troy sent this to me first, then Kit, then somebody else, then somebody else. It was like one after another, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go home and I'm going to tape a show. As I say, I go to the gym and I say, Lord, show me something. I already have such a great show to share with you, but this right here it's a little concerning. I've already been looking at, there's been a lot of weird stuff with volcanoes around the world. They had a weird looking cloud formation over Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier. What's weird about this was that the summit, which is known to be 14,400 feet, well, there was a weird cloud formation there. Like the 144,000, chosen elect of God that were chosen to be witnesses of God, which the scriptures say are the clouds. You were surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. A cloud is something that is like an intermediary between heaven and earth, right? And it rains down the water. Elijah had the power to hold back the rain. Clouds are an important thing. It's a sign of a testimony. It's a sign of God's hand. It was the size of a fist, right? When Elijah said the rains were coming, like I said the rains were coming, and the rains have come. We've had so many weird things happen. So this low-hanging cloud over this, not so active volcano had some people spooked out, but not as spooked out as I'm sure Troy was when he sent me this about the TRIDENT. On the channel, if you're new, okay? There's things about, symbols and signs and things. I'll see things and I'll end up talking about them for like weeks, maybe months, sometimes years. And a while ago, I said I couldn't get away from the TRIDENT. I started seeing the TRIDENT everywhere. It was everywhere, from the Oscars to this, to that, to the everywhere. I saw the TRIDENT everywhere. Now, you probably remember Neptune's TRIDENT, which had the power to create earthquakes. Yeah, that's right. That's not too stressful.
Alert, alert, alert.
I know what you're thinking, just because it's the TRIDENT volcano and there's a lot of earthquakes that have been happening. By the way, happening since like August 28th. Okay, now these are small magnitudes, but that's not the problem. The problem is if it gets worse. If it gets worse. Now this thing's like near Alaska. The Alaska Volcano Observatory registered a swarm of earthquakes beneath the volcano that started on the 24th. And they started deep to begin with, about 25 kilometers deep, but then progressively more and more shallow. which leads them to believe that there's maybe some movement. But gets me to think, I'm like, well, I don't know. Is that the reason why we were looking at the trident? Because the trident is symbolic of the judgment of God. A judgment of God. It's the psyche. It's the shit. It's the shin in the Hebrew alphabet. You ever play that game? You don't want to land on that because they take one of your pennies. The dreidel game. Of stressful things going down in this month. People think that it's going to be pretty bad. A lot of people think that the lights are going to go out. Other people think this is going to happen or that's going to happen. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But I do have faith, and I do know that, there's probably a reason that people were sending me this. So I needed to tell all of you. Maybe there's stuff going on with earthquakes. Maybe there's stuff going on. I mean, it's, the trident symbolic of an earthquake, if you will, a judgment. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. But I do get excited and encouraged when I see things about that cloud. The cloud formation about 14,400 feet at the summit. The clouds, the witnesses of God. When things look bad, they always also look beautiful. So don't think the worst, but be on alert.
Be on alert. Be on alert, volcano. Earthquake alert.
I know the month is stressful, but it's also very exciting because, Rosh Hashanah's at the end of this month. That's right. You know what that is? It's the new year. You know what they do? They blow the horn. They blow the horn. This is like God saying, hey, I got a cloud over Mount Rainier. It's the witnesses of God. I'm calling you. I'm not getting any better at that, but you get the idea. That's when they blast the trumpet. So is the trumpet going to be blessed? I don't know. But a lot of interesting things are going down this month. Like, I'm going to be talking about it on the next live stream. Because there's a lot of weird things going on with volcanoes recently. So, do me a favor. Hit like, will you? Share the video around. Tell your friends. I'm going to try to do shorter videos like this. Some people say they like them. I hope you did. I love you. Don't forget to check out the live stream that I just did, which, they, of course, it was doing great, and they took away my ability to make revenue. They did. But I've asked for a review. They'll review it, and they'll probably flip it back. I know I don't do anything wrong. I'm here to encourage people. That's all. That's all. So it is what it is. I probably wouldn't be doing this show if that didn't happen. Hey, I want to give you a little info. There's people that disguise themselves and pretend they're me in the comments section, and you'll see all sorts of weird things. The recent one is pinned by Jacob Israel. These are people, these are scammers, that they take my picture and then they'll try to be like, hey, contact me on WhatsApp. I don't even know what WhatsApp is. There's a way to contact me. It's in the description of the video. So you want to know how to get in touch with me? You leave a comment, and then if I respond, all you got to do is click on it. Believe me, I'm not going to ask for your money. I'd love for you to get yourself a Buckle Up shirt or a copy of The Calling, the best novel going. This is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. This is the year. This is the year. Better be. Better be. But don't listen to scammers, and don't, okay? So be warned, and tell your friends about the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Everybody that I'm talking to lately has been unsubbed. So subscribe, check the bell for notifications. Catch me on Telegram or Twitter or Facebook. Do all these things. I don't tell you all enough, and I don't thank my patrons enough. I love you all. And of course, you can reach me anytime you want. Just send one over on Patreon. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. September 10th. Mars hangs closer to the Earth than it has in 6,000 years. Like the light that led men from the east to a child in a manger, it could well be a sign of good things to come. Thomas James shall be his name. The world will change because of him. In the small town of Bethel, in a time not unlike our own,
a child with a great purpose is born. Years later, alienated by his peers and abused, Thomas suffers a devastating loss. When it appears he has nothing left to live for in the world, this is when his true calling begins. While trying to escape the sinister powers that be, a terrifying vision haunts him. Miraculous events seem to follow the peculiar young man as he struggles to come to terms with what he was born to do. The stage is set. The time is at hand. The truth will rise and a revolution will begin. The startling revelation of who Thomas James is, truly, will change the lives of those around him and set off a chain of events long ago foretold. There is more to this novel than one might think. Inside these pages hides a treasure just waiting to be discovered. So if you've ever wondered if there's more to life, or why it is we suffer, then this story will not only captivate you, it may just open your eyes to a truth that could set you free. Find out what is in us all that makes us heed the calling.